What's up, guys? We did it. We're here. The final, well, maybe not the final, but the last video in Brett's 6 beginning mobile suits from his video, 15 tips for beginners, quick and dirty, is here. Can you see who it is on the... Can you see who it is in the picture? It is the RX-93 Nu Gundam from Char's Counterattack. Created and piloted by Amuro Ray himself, the GOAT. Retardedness. Anyway, so RX-93. We're just gonna get into this. Like, why is it great for beginners? Well, a lot of veterans say 500 cost are great for beginners. Nu Gundam is a 500 cost. But it can do everything. It has range, it has melee, it's balanced, and it does a lot. So where can you find it? Starting off, you can find it in Char's Counterattack area, which is close to the top. You don't have to scroll too far. It's in the Amuro section Legacy, which is, if you scroll down from the very top, it's right under Double Zeta, and it's right above Gundam Unicorn, so you can't miss it. It being a 500 cost, comes with its bonuses and comes also with its curse. It's a 500, so it's going to be targeted. Because it's a various type, you can pick Blaze or Lightning, doesn't matter. And all that matters is how you want to use it. Do you want to use it for melee? Do you want to use it for range? Do you want more speed? Do you want more lock on? Do you want more melee damage? That's all up to you. Playing and testing will figure that out. So as always, we start off with movement in these videos. Couldn't find any custom movements for the RX-93, but it's L2 for PlayStation controller users. If you move it left or right while firing the L2, it will do like a juke move. That's the best way I can put it. It's like a juke move that fires the grenade launcher, which has some mobility to it. You can use it to extend your shot combos or to even shoot and slightly dodge projectiles. If you press back and L2, then he'll do like a backflip and fire the grenade launcher from his back holster, which also has some utility for evasion. One thing that makes Amuro Ray really unique is his funnels. Funnels are, I want to say, arguably one of the best features of the game. It's very controversial. It starts a lot of arguments that I've seen, but we'll get into that later. Anyway, so with Amuro Ray, his melee, he has some utility in his melee. If you press back in melee, he does a stun slash. You can also do it during his neutral 2 hits and press back in melee, and he'll go into that same stun. If you do his forward in melee, he has a little bit of pop-up potential where he knocks the opponent into the air, which you can then cancel to do more combos or go into a stun. There's a lot of potential with damage with the RX-93. So if you really want to like look up some other tournament players that use the RX-93, and you'll get a lot of ideas on what it can do, other than just me telling you the basics of what it can do. But getting back to the funnels, the way funnels work is that if you tap the button for RX-93, it's L1. If you tap L1, he'll shoot out 1 funnel. If you hold it, as long as you hold it, he'll keep launching more and more funnels until he runs out. And where they fire is where the point that they reached is. So a funnel will go out, track its opponent. Right when it fires is when it stops tracking your opponent. If you hit the ground or you get knocked down, they will automatically come back to you, which is something to note. RX-93 has no added animations in his gear activation. No extended combos or anything like that, like we've seen with a couple other Gundams. His burst does a lot of damage, and if you want to land the burst, you need to do it within melee range. So, covering the RX-93, he's got a lot. He's got a whole lot. He's a balanced various type. So, using funnels gives you extended range, it adds pressure. Mobility will be your best tool, which I think is, for any Gundam in this game, is the best thing you can have, is understanding the fundamentals of movement. And with the RX-93, it has so many tricks, and it has so much flair and so much flash, especially with shield, which I forgot to cover, which I'll cover in a second. If you learn the basics, you'll really be able to put his kit to good use, and you'll be able to either dominate matches, or you'll be destroyed in matches if you can't really move the way you should. Another thing that can help you with matches is its shield. So it's R2. If you see on the right side, there's a bar that fills up to 300. 300 is how long, is like not 300 seconds, but it's like a health that dwindles down of energy for how long you can use the shield. The shield will block incoming projectiles. So a tip for that I've seen other veterans do is activate the shield and then rush in and do melee combos, because they can't be hit by, you know, incoming fire. So covering the RX-93 for beginners, we've covered a 500 before. We've covered a couple 500s actually in this playlist, and 500s are great. They do a lot of damage. They have high health, high defense, high mobility, great speed, and with all that great power, I'm not going to say the rest of that line, comes a bigger target on your back. Pretty much everyone's going to be gunning for you, but at the same time they're also afraid of what you can do. So the more practice you get in with this 500, the better you're going to be in the long run, because you're going to be able to figure out what animations you need to clip and how you can move around, how you can deal more damage, how you can get better combos in, how you can maybe either help your partner, or take down your opponent. Sorry. I had a lot of fun playing the RX-93, not because I loved it growing up, but because for Gundam Versus, it really helps you learn the fundamentals. Like, there's so much to do, there's so much to learn, but there's also so many opportunities to extend whatever it is you want to do. And I had fun as a new player. I entered it into my first online tournament and got destroyed. That was the first video you saw, 2v2. That was my first match in a Gundam Versus tournament. But overall, all 6 of these Gundams teach you a lot about Gundam Versus, and that's something to note. Even though some of them come with a higher price than others, and maybe some aren't as flashy as the rest, these 6 give you a great starting point to understanding the game and understanding how to move and the fundamentals and getting you active and, you know, making sure that you can keep up with other people. And that is something that is great for a new player like myself and others, having a starting point where someone says, hey, try out these 6, and you'll find out your playstyle amongst them, because they're all so different, you know. And then you have like an entry point into where to branch out, so that if you do need to find something, if one of them doesn't fit your playstyle, you know, I don't like this, so I don't want to look for other Gundams that have this, you know. Like, it opens up your mind, and that's great knowledge that comes from playing and testing and having somewhere to start. So I know this video is the longest one. Actually, it will be the longest one, but if you're a veteran out there and you have some tips for other beginners like myself and other people, if you're still listening, put it in the comments below. You know, like, I love seeing veterans that help out other new players like myself and other people, because a lot of people watch these videos, and if you have like tips, data, combos, or like some strategies, feel free to post them. If you know another video that has like a guide, a full detailed tutorial on this, or some things to do, keep in mind, post those in the comments below. Also, this quick intro video is just to get the knowledge out there, maybe show somebody something they didn't know, or maybe cover some tidbit of information that might spark their interest and make them want to play this Gundam or other Gundams of this category. And as always, you know, gotta do the YouTube stuff. If you liked the video, please leave a like, it helps me out a lot. If you would like to see more videos like this, I upload every weekend. And if you want to stay up to date, subscribe for more, I was about to say Gundam epicness, but for more quick tips and guides, intros, and you know, whatever else I can come up with. Thank you for everyone for all your support. This is not the last video I'm doing, but it's the last of these 6. So next will be the Zeta Gundam, which was a request from a viewer a couple weeks back. Other than that, have fun, play Gundam Versus. If you see me streaming, feel free to say hi. Let's get some matches in. Let's do some training. I'm always down for that. And I will see you guys out on the battlefield. Peace.